Ladies and dudes, the most hardest top 10 list that I will never do in my whole entire life will be the top 10 of which one of these movies I would love to rewatch again. It's just way too hard for me to pick, sadly to say, and that will be a list that I will never do in the main future. Sorry. But I can tell you about a brand new top 5 list I've never done before. And it has something to do with my favorite movie scenes that I would love to rewatch again. That is truly so darn special to me. Well, if you know what I mean. Well, anyway, hi ladies and dudes. This is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka BoobUp97. This is my review for today. And today I have no review, ladies and dudes, but for today's list of ladies and dudes, I got a brand new top 5 list that nobody has never done before. And this top 5 list is pretty darn interesting. Something that I thought about before 2021 will come out, of last year or somewhere like that. I was thinking about a top 5 list I would like to do for all of my life, and it's which one of my favorite movie scenes that I would love to rewatch again. Something that was pretty darn dear to me the most. So for my latest top 5 list is the top 5 of which one of the movie scenes that I would love to rewatch again. And like I said, this list is pretty darn hard. There is so many great scenes from beginning, middle, to end. Something that I would love to rewatch. Before I continue on with the film. And like I said, there's so many scenes to choose from. And I can't tell which one of the scenes do I like the best and which one do I want to put on my list. So yeah, it's a big giant mouthful. We got happy endings, sad endings, funny endings. Scenes that involves too much information, and some scenes that involves fighting, and some scenes that has pure epicness, and something that'll feature in a score. I mean, there's a lot of scenes to choose from. So, it'll be a whole mouthful. But I'll pick only 5 that's my all-time favorite. And I'll tell you that in a moment. So, without further ado, ladies and dudes, let's head on to my top 5 of which one of the movie scenes that I would love to rewatch again. And yes, ladies and dudes, I do have a couple of honorable mentions in this bag. But sadly, only half of it. Here are some other halves that I did not put on my list. Like one of the most greatest fight scenes of all time from Rurouni Kenshin, The Legend Ends, where Kenshin, Hajime Saito, Sonosuke Sagara, and Lord Aoshi, they did the best they can to take down that Lord Shisho dude in that big giant ship that they're in. And you can say it's like they're running out of time, so they gotta hurry up and take that guy down to the count for as long as they can. I really love that. I love any scenes that featured stop motion in James and the Giant Peach. I rather prefer the stop motion scenes than the live action scenes, because the stop motion scenes are the most interesting part from James and the Giant Peach, and I would love to watch which one of the scenes I really want to rewatch again. Something that blew me away the most. And let's see, what's another one? Oh yeah, I also love Spectacular from Moulin Rouge. It was funny, interesting, and there's a bunch of wild, crazy stuff going on with the characters. Something that they have to press the Duke. And let's see, which... Oh yeah, I also love that crazy Camelot song from the Mighty Python's Holy Grail. I'm not a big fan of that film, but I do like some of the scenes here and there. But that Camelot song is truly my most favorite one out of the bunch, in my own opinion. So those are the ones I don't have in my collection. Now let's go on to the ones that I do have in my collection. Something I got in this bag. Here we go. I like any scenes from Night Museum 2, The Battle of Mid-Sodium. Just way too hard for me to pick. But one of the best Night Museum movies of all time that feature great highlight moments in the film. I got the third class dance scene from Titanic. I really like the part where Jack and Rose had a good time in the third class area. That was pretty cool to watch. I got any of the versions of the merry-go-round broke down from Roger or Eddie from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Way too hard for me to pick which scene I like the best in that great film. I got the party scene at Weekend at Bernie's. Yeah. Richard and Larry were the only ones who found out the truth that Bernie is dead, while everybody else did not know that Bernie is already dead. That was pretty darn cool. The kids meeting Aslan for the first time from the Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. That was truly my most favorite scene in the whole entire movie, when they finally met the true king of all Narnia. For sure. And some of my favorite near endings from a Liam Neeson film. I like The Grey, and A Monster's Calls, A Walk Among the Tombstones, and our beloved Taken, the first one. Way too hard for me to pick. I love them all. And now let's head on to my top 5 favorites. So let's get this started. Coming at number 5 goes to the kiss scene from Taken 2. And this is the only time where Letty finally proved her love for her beloved Brian. This is one of the scenes I really want to rewatch again, and I watched this scene a couple of times here and there. I know it's a really, really short one, but it's really cool to see the ex-wife of Brian Mills finally give her one true love a kiss before he has to go on another mission to take care of those Papuya dudes once and for all. I wish that Taken 3 needs to be fixed so we could see a great love story between these two characters. And maybe I will love Taken 3 even more. But I freaking love this movie, and it has a great kiss scene I have ever seen in movie history. So that deserves to be at number 5. Coming at number 4 goes to the sex scene between May and Jean from the House of Flying Daggers. Yeah, it's the part where that Neon lady told May to take Jean somewhere and try to kill him once and for all. But you know, May, she can't do it because she's truly in love with Jean and she just wants to be with him one last time. And boy, that sex scene. That was one of the scenes I really want to rewatch again. It was the most greatest sex scene I have ever seen in movie history. Something that will turn us on. Oh, heck yeah! I wish I could say more about that one. So yeah, the sex scene between Jean and May deserves to be at number 4. Coming at number 3 goes to that risky train scene from the Polar Express. And I did watch that scene so many times on TV. I like the part where the hero boy, the hero girl, and the conductor, they took a big giant risk of surviving themselves while the railroad is out of control. And I feel bad for those 2 poor engineer dudes. They're trying to get the spear back since one of their tools broke. And they're trying really hard to get it back, but sadly that little spear went to the icy lake. And yeah, there was another scene where our heroes are trying to survive the icy river. That was one of the best scenes I have ever seen in a rated G film, and one of the most risky scenes I have ever seen in movie history. So yeah, that moment deserves to be at number 3. Coming at number 2 is the great chaos scene from The Little Mermaid. Does anybody remember the scene where Scuttle and his sea animal pals, they gone to the wedding and they start to crash it because they're doing the best they can to save Ariel's voice from Ursula's seashell, and also that terrible control what Ursula had done to Prince Eric. It was wild, it was crazy, it was fun to watch, and yeah, Scuttle took a risk of confronting Ursula and tried to get that little seashell out of her neck so he could finally save Ariel's voice. Just in the nick of time. Oh yeah. Does anybody love the part where all the sea animals decide to beat up Ursula? I guess you could say it was one of the best beat up moments of all time, where some of the minor characters or supporting characters here and there, they really want to beat up a villain. And that's pure awesomeness. Oh heck yeah. So yeah, I decided to choose that moment at number 2. And finally, for number 1, I have a tie. Just a tie between the 2 best scenes I have ever seen for Mary Poppins. And I can't tell which one I like the best. So anyway, for number 1 goes to the 2D hand-drawn animation, or the step-in-time dance scene for Mary Poppins. Now, this is one of the most hardest scenes that I really want to rewatch again. Do I want to watch the scene where Mary Poppins, Bette, Michael, and Jane went to the 2D hand-drawn animation world and, have a good time on a place they never gone before? Or is it the scene where Bert reunite with his chimney sweep co-workers and they did a great dance number on the top of the roof? And yeah, there was a chaos moment in the Banks' house, where the chimney sweep people are trying to sing and dance. Those poor maids went into a big panic. I mean, that was fun, hilarious, and just wild and crazy. So overall, this is a way too hard for me to pick moment. So I decided to put both of those great scenes at the number 1 spot of which one of the movie scenes that I would love to rewatch again. And those were my top 5 most favorite moments from every single movie that I've seen, of which one of these scenes that I want to rewatch again. I hope you enjoyed this list, and tell me, ladies and dudes, what is your most favorite movie scene of all time that you will love to rewatch again? And it doesn't matter how many times you've seen that scene from one of your favorite films here or there. Well, whichever it is, just leave a comment there and let me know. And join me next time when I return back to the movie theaters and see the old great to mighty Liam Neeson's next new film called The Marksman. I sure hope and pray this movie will be a great big giant success. After all, Liam Neeson needs a much better successful film from all the films that he made so far. Even his films are so darn underrated. if you know what I mean. So, yep. Enjoy me next time for that important movie review to come. And I will do more videos coming really, really soon in the main future. Whatever it's going to be. Anyway. So, that is it for now. I'll see you guys later, and sayonara.